CNC3.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3, and a special welcome to all our listeners on the TBC Radio Network. I'm Ryan Beachu. Top of the news this afternoon. The Prime Minister has given a severe scolding and administered a strong rebuke to some of her members of Parliament and Cabinet who she claimed have run afoul of the principles and values she is trying to instill in her party. As the UNC celebrated its first 100 days in office with a public meeting in Couva last evening, Kamala Persad-Bissessar looked at the people she placed to govern beside her and told them in no uncertain terms that their insubordination will not be tolerated, and if they fail to put the people first, they will see a side of her that is unlike the Prime Minister of 2010 to 2015. Akash Samaru has more.
I say this is a warning, a 100-day warning. Straighten up, fix yourself, behave yourself.
To say Kamala Persad-Bissessar issued a stern warning or a firm reprimand to her MPs and ministers may be a serious understatement here.
I warn you, and I am not afraid. I will fire you, and I will ensure you face the courts.
So who exactly had the Prime Minister so fired up on a night the UNC dedicated to showcase accomplishments and spotlight successes on their first 100 days in office? Well, their leader told them and the crowd in Couva on Monday night that she's received some upsetting information about the conduct of some in her ranks.
I'm warning some persons. You know who you are. You're already cavorting with the same crooked contractors and lawyers and P&M financiers and corrupt fake elite. Get yourselves out of that now.
And while she didn't single anyone out, the Prime Minister said she learned that some are already getting carried away.
Lyman and Hyatt, Lyman, some restaurant up in town, people would never sit at the same table with you. You are now seen in Port of Spain, sitting at those tables. Learn your lessons. They will carry you, but they will not bring you back.
In her strongest statement of the night, the Prime Minister warned them that she and the people worked too hard to give the UNC another chance and warned that failure to comply will result in dire consequences.
She likes to say he will go to war with you. But if you continue that kind of behavior, patterning from the PNM, I am not going to war with you. I'll bust your head, should you do it. I'll bust your head.
The Prime Minister said she learned valuable lessons during her first term and will no longer tolerate the kinds of conduct she once allowed.
And don't ever believe this Kamala 2.0 is not the same Kamala 1 from 2010 2015. It's not the same.
The big question now, who was the Prime Minister talking about? Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has read the Riot Act to the management of Caribbean Airlines and given them an ultimatum. Turn things around in 2 years or look for another job. The local carrier is just one of the state entities to come under fire at the UNC's Monday night report. Persad-Bissessar also slammed the airline for failing to submit audited financial statements for the past 9 years. And despite receiving millions in government funding, she says there's little to show for it.
Do you know not one single Caribbean Airlines route is profitable? Not one route is profitable. Yet plane filling up every day, going and coming. Not one single route of Caribbean Airlines is bringing a profit. But we are spending millions of dollars there. I am giving the management of Caribbean Airlines 2 years max. They have to sort out the mess. Otherwise, everyone there will have to look for a new job.
Under the law, all state enterprises must submit audited financial accounts to the Finance Ministry 4 months after the end of the financial year. The family of Avazon Miller, a woman who has been missing since 2023, is demanding closure, saying they have been waiting for confirmation that a decomposed body found nearly 2 years ago is hers. Her sister, Kelly Zander Grants, told CNC3 News that since September 23, The police took DNA samples from them after a decomposing body was found on a beach in Chatham. However, to this day, the family is still awaiting the results. Miller, a mother of 6, left her home in July 2023 and never returned. Her sister said the family is suffering with this uncertainty.
We have to go about our lives. If we get a body to bury, that will be the best thing ever. We don't mind if she dies, if someone kill her, but the thing is, we're not getting the body to be at peace in our minds and our heart. That is a hard portion. Sometimes I wake up in the night crying because, I can't do anything about it.
43-year-old Avzon was from Fanny Village in Point Fortin. The Trinidad Youth Council is calling for a more caring health system following the death of 60-year-old Jasha Francois, the San Fernando Teaching Hospital. As the world marks International Youth Day, the council says the child's death underscores the urgent need to better safeguard the nation's youth. While the government has launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding Jasha's death, the Youth Council attributes it to what it calls a heartbreaking lack of compassion and care from those entrusted with treating the sick. The council stressed that no amount of technological advancement for increased resources can replace compassion in healthcare. Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith has given the UNC government a B+ for its efforts in combating crime during its first 100 days in office. Speaking on CNC3's The Morning Brew today, Griffith welcomed early initiatives such as targeting gang funding through state contracts, swiftly appointing a police commissioner, plans to revive the National Operations Center, and a drop in the homicide rate. But while Griffith also supports the move to make legal firearms more accessible to law-abiding citizens, he's concerned when stand-your-ground laws come, some may not be able to use the weapon.
My biggest concern, the stand-your-ground is fine, but everybody wants a gun. But you don't want to train. 95% of persons who have firearms, they do not go on a range, they have not cleared their weapon, they will have a negligent discharge, they will have an inaccurate fire, and the stand-your-ground must not in any way have persons believe that you're invincible.
Griffith said issuing 2,000 legal firearms a year, something he did as commissioner, should be the benchmark, warning that higher numbers would be harder to control and monitor. The Prison Officers Association is insisting that any funds spent on constructing a new and modern prison facility will be an investment not only in the justice system, but for all of Trinidad and Tobago. The association is calling for the closures of the Carrera and Port of Spain prisons, with the 1,500 inmates there put in a new facility. Association President Jared Gordon is preparing to present Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander with a proposal for a new multi-million-dollar purpose-built remand prison at Golden Grove, aimed at addressing the facility's deepening crisis. Gordon said a new facility will finally allow the prison officers an opportunity to apply best practices.
Retrofitting really will be required, since from day one it is envisaged that you would have the jammers, you will have the drone countermeasures in place, you would be able to have body scanners, baggage scanners, and all of these items.
You're watching the Midday News here on CNC3. Stay with us. Sport is up next.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Introducing CTS College's Early Learners Academy, our physical school with a nursery, daycare, and preschool. With qualified and experienced staff, modern classrooms, and the latest teaching methods and technology, your child would get the personal care and education they deserve. Activities include potty training, storytelling, phonics, craft, academics, and field trips. Enroll your child today at CTS College's Early Learners Academy.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800 Trin or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800 Trin or visit trinry.com today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Welcome back in sport. Footballer Kenya Cordner says our footballers need to respect the game of football. The talented European-based attacker is urging local players to stay humble and work hard if they want to have a long and successful career.
Football, you have to respect football. You have to give it its respect. And you're not bigger than the game. And too much of the players in this country, Trinidad and Tobago, think that they are bigger than the game. You have a little skill, you have a little talent, and you think you reach. Not until you leave the soil and you go out there and you see what hard work is really about, then you will understand it is way more than talent and skill. Discipline is key in every aspect of the game.
Meanwhile, Cricket West Indies is set to improve the coaching education system in the Caribbean. In an effort to improve the fortunes of cricket and the players' technical deficiencies, a working group of Cricket West Indies is convening a meeting on Thursday to make improvements of the coaching education system.
Football, you have to respect football. You have to give it its respect. And you're not bigger than the game. And too much of the players in this country, Trinidad and Tobago, think that they are bigger than the game.
We do apologize. That is Kenya Cordner. We will bring you that clip in our 7 p.m. news later on today. Let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste. Just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800 Trin or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800 Trin or visit trinry.com today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Guyana is a lone CARICOM country named in 15 new countries under the United Kingdom's Deport Now, Appeal Later scheme. This is part of the country's plan to send foreigners who commit crimes in the United Kingdom back to their home countries before they can appeal against the decision. The other countries named are Angola, Australia, Botswana, Brunei, Bulgaria, Canada, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia, Uganda, and Zambia. British Home Secretary Yvette Cooper says expansion of the scheme is to fast-track the removal of foreign criminals. Let's check in with Jean-Marc to see what he has in the weather.
We had mostly hot, sunny and hazy conditions this morning as the Saharan dust returned today. Air quality is currently moderate, but this plume will be relatively short-lived as the dust concentration is expected to decrease tomorrow. For the remainder of the day, we can expect these hot and hazy conditions to continue, with just the low chance of the odd shower and the possibility of a moderate to heavy shower over southwestern Trinidad.
Thank you, Jean-Marc, and thank you very much for joining us for a look at the day's biggest developments so far. We'll have these stories and much more in our major newscast at 7 p.m. Until then, have a great day.